My Storybook, and we have a very exciting read aloud today. We are adding a new character to one of my favorite series. If you take a look behind me, you'll see some of my favorite bookish friends you might recognize. If you haven't read these books behind me, my friends, go ahead and click on the links down below to read the other books in the series. Otherwise, get ready to introduce the newest character. What food is this? A grape. And this, my friends, is the Sour Grape. We are going to learn all about the Sour Grape and what makes him so sour, because you know what? I bet you he used to be sweet. So what turned him sour? We're going to find out. First of all, my friends, I want to see real quick, do you like green grapes or purple grapes? Go ahead and share with me, green or purple. Or sometimes I call them red grapes too. I typically like the red purple grapes, but green can be pretty sweet sometimes too. All right, well, there's something that's making this grape super sour. What do you think is making this grape so sour? Well, let's read and find out. All right, double thumbs up if you're ready to get started. Excellent, let's begin. So the title of today's interactive read aloud is The Sour Grape, written by Jory John and illustrated by Pete Oswald. So Jory John is our author, Pete Oswald is our illustrator. And what do you notice going on the cover, my friends? I see our grape friend here. He's a green grape. I see some purple grapes down here. It looks like, where is the setting? Where does the story take place? In a park, it looks like. It does. Looks like he's outdoors, has a bench. All right, let's go and see what's going on with this sour grape. Here's our title page. It has the title of our book, The Sour Grape. It has, some other fruits over here. What fruits do you see? Yeah, banana, some lemon, orange, lime. Author and illustrator, and our publisher, Harper Kids. I am a sour. I'm a grape. A sour grape. Grrr. Ooh, that's what sour grapes say, my friends. Can you give me a grrr? Ooh, you sound sour. If somebody upsets me, I'll remember it. If somebody wrongs me, I won't forget it. And if somebody insults me, says something mean about me, I'll never ignore it. Nope. See that banana over there? That banana slipped and bumped into me. So I'm holding a grudge. And my friends, a grudge is when you remember something. It's usually something bad that happened to you, and you keep those bad feelings inside you, and you are not happy with that person no matter what, right? You have a grudge against them. You're going to have these bad, unhappy feelings about them. See that orange? That orange didn't call me back for a week. Grudge. And see that lime? That lime borrowed my scarf and never returned it. Grudge. Ooh, my friends. So he has a lot of grudges against people. And if you have that many grudges, that's a lot of ugly, not happy feelings to keep inside, huh? Have you ever had a grudge against someone? Sometimes you might, you know. I suppose I've gotten pretty thin skin for a grape. Nobody steps on this grape. Grrr. My friends, can you give me a grrr? Granted, it wasn't always this way. I grew up in a close-knit bunch. There were about 3,000 of us in our little community. That's a lot. We were sweet to each other. You look nice today. So do you. Oh, there he is. You look so sweet. No, you do. We all lived on a vine. Sure, it was a bit claustrophobic, so a bit tight, not much space, especially when we were trying to get ready in the morning. Are you done in there? Come on. But my family was ripe with humor, goodwill, and warmth, and we did our best with what we had. We're gonna finish that. They're eating a meal. My grandparents visited on the weekends. We'd stroll in the sun, and they'd teach us what they knew. They said it takes a bunch to raise a seed. They said that good grapes roll their own way in life. And they told us to be kind, forgiving, considerate, and grateful. Or grateful, my grandpa said with a wink. And what do you notice about the grandparents? What kind of fruit are they? Raisins, right? Because raisins are wrinkly old grapes. Above all, no matter what life throws at you, and there will be a lot, try to stay sweet, my grandma said. Indeed, we said in response. Okay, we'll try to stay sweet. But did that happen for our grape friend? And for a while, I was the sweetest of the sweet. I said please. I said thank you. I brushed aside life's little annoyances. I knew how good I had it. Oops! Ooh, the apple just squirted in with mustard, but how does grape feel? Doesn't bother grape. No problem at all, says grape. But then one day, something changed in me. It was my birthday! I had vigorously planned a big party for weeks. I'd sent out invitations with the date prominently displayed. Get this, I had a Ferris wheel, a magician, and hay rides. I had snacks upon snacks upon snacks. The highlight of the party, though, was a fireworks display, which would happen at sundown. I stood out front and waited for folks to arrive. I had a gigantic smile on my face. I waited. And everybody was a little late, it seemed, but no big deal, no big whoop, so I waited. And a tumbleweed rolled by, and a coyote howled in the distance, and the sun sank behind the hills, and I waited. And how does Grape start to feel as he waits longer and longer? Nobody showed up, and I mean nobody. By the time the fireworks show started, with me as the sole spectator, the only one watching, I was scowling. I had this angry look on my face. I considered everybody I invited, and only one thought came to mind. Grudge, 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 grudge. He is going to hold a lot of angry feelings about his friends, because how would you feel if you had a party and no one showed up, my friends? Feel kind of sad too. What would you do? After that, my personality became something else entirely. I went from a sweet grape to a bitter grape to a snappy grape. Oh, move my chair. And finally, I became a sour grape. And ready, my friends, can you make that sour grape sound? 3, 2, 1. Grrr. I started holding minor grudges that eventually became major big grudges. Why don't you watch where you're going? I scowled so that my face got all squishy. When you scowl, your face gets all crinkly. You know what? Don't even bother calling me back, he says to Orange. And I took my grumpiness out on others. Are you even going to return my scarf? Ooh. And that's just how it's been, day after day, week after week, month after month, grudge after grudge. But something happened recently that changed my thinking. So wait a second. So maybe something happened that made Sour Grape not want to be sour? I was getting ready to meet up with my friend Lenny, the only fellow I know who's as sour as I am. What kind of fruit do you think Lenny is? A sour one? Maybe Lenny the lemon? Lenny and I usually go to the park where we sit on a bench and rant about stuff. Rant is when you kind of complain about a lot of stuff. Oh. But just as I was heading out the door, I bumped my knee. Oh. After I'd bandaged myself up, I discovered I had a flat tire. Oh. And then I missed the bus, and the next bus was late. And finally I got off at the wrong stop. Oh my gosh, Grape has been having not a great day. By the time I arrived at the park, it was getting dark. Lenny was fuming and furious, so super mad, with a frown and a furrowed forehead. It's got all these wrinkles. His face looked all squishy. Ooh, kind of sounds like someone I know. Who else gets squishy face? We agreed to meet at exactly 4 o'clock and you're 3 hours late, said Lenny. I tried to explain why I was so tardy, but Lenny wouldn't listen. He'd already made up his mind. He'd formed a huge grudge, and he wouldn't budge. So now someone has a grudge against Sour Grape. How do you think Grape is going to feel about that? Because did Grape mean to do anything wrong? Did he mean to be late? No, he had reasons, but would Lenny listen? What do you think would have happened if Lenny let Sour Grape explain to him why he was late? Do you think Lenny would still be mad? Maybe not, maybe, but at least he would know why, right? But it sounds like he's not even willing to listen. I couldn't believe it. How unfair, I thought. How ridiculous, I thought. How similar to the way I would react. Lenny was pretty worked up. He was pacing back and forth, emitting occasional grumbles. His tone was tart, sour, so I gave him a little space. Besides, it was nice out. I noticed the sky changing colors, the melodic chirping of the birds, the wonderful sound, the evening breeze, the buzz of the park's insects coming alive at night, and suddenly I felt grateful and peaceful and calm. Had I been missing all this simple beauty because I was too busy complaining? Meanwhile, old Lenny stormed off muttering something about disrespect and lack of consideration, so not being very nice. I'm pretty sure I heard him add a grrr too. I walked home. I pulled a dusty box out from under my bed, and there were old family photos inside. I spotted myself in one of the pictures. I was so sweet. I knew that little Grape from the photo was still a big part of me deep down. I would just have to take work to get back up there again. And that was the exact moment I found the invitation I had sent out for my infamous birthday party, the one where no one showed up. It said May 31st. But wait a minute. Here, my birthday was on May 21st. Alas, I told everyone the wrong day. So, oh my goodness, did everyone just not show up because they didn't like Sour Grape? No, why didn't they show up? Because it was the wrong damn invitation. They probably were gonna show up, but they didn't know what day was supposed to be because he put the wrong one. Oop. It was my fault. I realized nobody's perfect. Not even me. After that day, I started noticing other things too. Like how remaining sour all the time is so draining, right? My friends, it's so hard to be mad all the time. I'd wasted so much energy holding grudges when I could have easily cleared the air if I'd felt hurt. So clear the air means if you feel hurt, to go talk to the person and get it out in the open so you can talk and share why you were upset or what happened. Because usually if you talk to someone, you'll start to feel better. And yes, I still get upset from time to time, but that's okay. Because now I talk and I listen and I work things out instead of just walking away. My friends, can you think of a time and then share with me where you were mad at someone and instead of just walking away and being mad forever, you talked to them about it? What happened? And how did you feel after that? Yeah, usually you feel better, right? Not as angry. My sourness is fading. I'm letting go of all my grudges and hey, it's working. Slip Up's happy, he says to Banana. I'm just glad you're okay. Aw, thanks, says Banana. That scarf looks sublime on you. Why don't you keep it? Really? You're the best. And when you're kind, my friends, how does it make your other friends feel? Happy too. Aren't you glad we could catch up? I'm so grateful we did. Sure, sometimes I still let out a little grrr when I feel frustrated. Like this. Can you make the sour sound? Grrr. But then I move on, and my face is less squishy too. So my friends, of course you can't be happy all the time, and you shouldn't be happy all the time. People have a lot of feelings. But when you feel frustrated or sad, go ahead and let a little grrr, feel those angry feelings. But then also try to move on so your face doesn't stay so squishy, right? Show me a squishy face, and then show me a nice big smile. It's more fun to smile. Oh, and don't worry, things are okay with Lenny again. Gosh, sorry I'm late, you must be furious. No big deal, my friend. And you know what? If you look at things in the right sort of way, and if you remember to be kind, considerate, forgiving, and grateful, life can be pretty sweet. Yes, indeed. And look, maybe it looks like Grape had another party with the Ferris wheel and the cotton candy and the fireworks, and who showed up? All his friends. Oh, and look how much happier Grape feels. How does he feel compared to the beginning? A lot happier and better, right? Not as stressed and angry and frustrated. The end, my friends. What a great new character to go along with our other foodie friends in the back, my friends. So I have a craft that goes along with this book where you get to share how you become a sweet grape, and instead of being sour, what can you do instead, or what you can do if you feel frustrated or angry. So go ahead and click on the link below for the craft template. And my friends, if you enjoyed this read aloud and want to hear more interactive stories, go ahead and like this video and subscribe to MaiStoryBook YouTube channel to keep up with all of our interactive read alouds. Otherwise, my friends, if you make this craft or want to share with me some of your own sour adventures, go ahead and reach out to me. All the social media links to contact me can be found down there below in the description. And until next time, my friends, I hope that you have some sweet grape moments in your life, and happy reading.